short-term, long-term goals. Today, that's definitely what I want to address. Really thought about another concept today, but today, man, this is something that is on the top of my mind. In my life, I've definitely had to see and do both short-term and long-term goals. How many times have you looked at something 10 years down the road and you looked at that concept? Maybe that job, or maybe something that you would have had to go to school for a long time for. And you looked at it and you said, damn, man, 10 years ago I thought about that, but I thought, damn, I was too old already. So like now I look at it and you go, shit, I wish I would have done it. It's long-term and short-term goals. And in your life, it's very hard to decipher which is which, right? Way back, I know I talked about the 5-year goal, and I think it's important to realize and think about short-term and long-term, okay? Everybody's short-term goal is you want to feel better, you want to look better, you want to feel good in that moment, you want to feel good with who's around you, you want to do good at your job today, you want to kind of achieve something short-term. The long-term things, which we sometimes confuse with short-term, is, well, I want to be the best at this. I want to be the best at my job. I want to be the best at training somebody. I want to be the best at training myself. And a lot of the time we look at it and we go, damn, in 3 months I didn't get it. How is that not long enough? How is that not long enough? Why is that not enough time? And we get messed up on that, because for you to be the best at your job or the best at something in that orientation of like a longer term concept or a goal, you have to understand that in those couple months, that's not going to make you the best. You might do better and be better than you were 3 months ago. You might be the best you right now, but are you the best at what you're doing compared to everybody else? No. That takes time. And a lot of the time, that's where we get confused. It's the same concept as being with somebody you love. In the first 3 months to a year, you don't know anything about them. I mean, you don't. You start to learn things and you got to realize, well, if you love them, are things stuck that way, or are things able to be compromised? Are you able to understand things? And is that person true for you? That's a long term, right? When you look at relationships as a short term, you mess it up. Think of how quick it is to get to the next thing. This person made me a little upset. I'm gonna go get the next thing. Yeah, I'm gonna go get that. And then you keep doing the same thing and you realize that 4 or 5 people deep, you have no substance. You didn't create any substance. It's something that we're confusing of a long-term goal, and you made it a short term. Long-term means you need to put time in. Your long-term job, long-term relationship, let's say even your body, if you're working out and training, it's not something you can just do like today, right? We look online and we see these reels and these shorts and all these things, and we say, damn, Lynn, look at that. Damn, they look so good. Man, they working out. I do the same workout. Man, you don't do all the same stuff. You think you do, but you're not following it to a T. And then in a couple months, you kind of deviate out. Dude, you're talking, that's 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road. It's not something that can be done right now. But in your mind, you look at it, and because everything is very short term around us, we can swipe, we can like, we can comment, we can receive information so fast. Everything in your mind thinks, well, short term is right now. Yeah. And it bothers me so much, man. It bothers me because I see so many people fail at something and give up and change who they are and become a bad person or not do what they are destined to do because they only look at the short-term gain. And they say to themselves, man, if you're somebody who's a stockbroker, like you're going to understand this too, is you put an investment in. Your time is your investment, right? And you put your investment in, you put it in, you put it in, you put it in, and you see this climb because you're saving up. You're putting stuff in, right? And then all of a sudden, one day, something occurs and something bad happens and you see a decrease. And instantly you start saying, well, I'm going to sell. I got to get out of it. Why? Look at the past time. is things bad right now, but is there a concept that it climbs? You know, you got peaks and valleys. In life, everything you do is going to be peaks and valleys. Short-term and long-term goals are the same, really the same thing. Like your valley, man, you know, you're kind of dropping down as you're going up the hill, short-term, short-term, short-term. When you hit your peak, you're at your long-term, right? That's your long-term goal. I just feel like we let things go because they've gotten bad for right now. But in the long run, and in the long run, you're talking, man, the rest of your life can just be nothing you ever imagined. And I don't know, man, you know, it really frustrates me. It's something I really care about because I've looked at things 1,000 times in this world and I've said, wow, what an amazing thing you've done. And you ask that person, how did you do that? How did you get there? Like literally, what does it take to get there? And they tell you, I put my time in. I put my time in. And you're so worried that the chance that you give to putting your time into something that in the front side seems a little bit unsure, it's not the safe choice, it's not the safe option. You believe that it's not going to be right, that you're ruining something by taking that chance. Man, and I'm just damn, man, you know, and I think it sucks because life is so short, man. Why would you not want to have everything you imagined in this world in the long run to sacrifice something in the short term? Now, the one caveat to that is if you're somebody who causes the short-term issues, if you're somebody who makes the short term hard and you're deliberately doing that, then that's on you. It's on you what consequences come out of that. And, you know, I think that in my own life, I'll probably say that there's times where I've maybe, you know, messed up things in the short term of a goal I was going for, and I didn't even realize it. I think that I was like either self-destructing it with a very poor mindset. I kind of knew what was going on, but I didn't fully recognize it. But you never say sorry for that. Nah, man, because it's just an excuse. You got to make the change, right? So if you can sit there and recognize by little clues in your life, things that are going on, and you say, all right, man, shit. Like, damn, I lost that today. Today was a bad day. Shit, I don't feel good today, man. I feel down. I feel like something's wrong. I did something wrong. Sit back and think about, well, what did you do today? What did you do over the last week or the last month? Is it something that you've done that created behaviors that really messed up your short term when you're looking for a long-term goal? Because you can. It's something that you can mess up. And I know that sometimes it's hard because putting the mind into that focus is hard, man. I mean, dude, my mind works all the time at 100 miles an hour. It takes a lot for me to calm it down, you know? And I do the whole shebang, bro. I do the therapy, I do the medications, you know? Like, I had to really calm myself down because the brain's at 100. How do you look at a long-term goal when you're at 100? You think it's a long-term goal, but if you're going 100 miles an hour, how fast are you reaching that? You think you're going to get there. That's not long-term, man. Long-term is you're going to change your life. Long-term is you're going to live better. Long-term is you're going to do better. Long-term is you're not going to treat your own self the way that you did before that created a bad outcome before. That is long-term. Short-term is, well, I'm going to do everything I can right now to get this right now, this result right now, and I know I can make this work. That's short-term. That's not achieving what you need. Don't give up on things that because they're tough, man, and I've seen it. And there are times where I'm going to tell you, man, and I believe in this. There's times in this world that scars you have from things feel like they're never going to heal. Sometimes, man, it's, yeah, man. Dude, sometimes you can look at it and you can say to yourself, there's no way this is going to heal. There's no way this scar on my life is going to heal. It will. Don't keep picking at it, though. It'll heal. It'll heal, man. And, you know, like I've always said, and I say this all the time, what's meant for you will always be yours. If you live the right way, what's yours and what's meant to be yours will be yours. It will be. But you can mess things up in the meantime. So when you're looking at your short-term and long-term goal, keep your focus, man. Understand what is what. And, you know, no matter what, man, just keep on it. And just keep after it, man. You got to keep the steady pressure. And just keep trying your best, man. I appreciate y'all.